right, Raptors families, welcome back to game number 2. This President's Day weekend tournament here in Washington, D.C. The Raptors will be facing off against the Ashburn Extreme. I'm having deja vu because it was exactly 7 days ago, almost down to the minute, that we faced off against this team last weekend. After the Raptors dropped a heartbreaking 2-1 loss this morning against the Capitals Academy, they have now extended their losing streak to 6 games. 21-20 and 3 overall. So the Raptors in a bit of a slump here, trying to get out of that here tonight against this team. Ashburn Extreme is currently 22nd in Virginia in the My Hockey rankings. They're a couple of points ahead of us. I'm not afraid of that. I think it's a good challenge. I know we can do it, and I'm excited to see us come together and hopefully play some good, clean, hard hockey. Last 10 games, the Extreme is 7-1-2. So they've been a little bit hot recently. Let's see if we can't dig deep and find something worthy of getting that victory tonight. Raptors had a pregame meal about 6 p.m. courtesy of Olive Garden. Good video review back at the hotel. Hopefully they saw some good things to work on and work through. It looks like Carter Pappas is going to be in net tonight for this game. And line 1 on the ice tonight is going to be Flood, Cammers, and Saunders. Seguin and Slater back on defense. And we're underway. Slater looks up to Cammers. Cammers controls the puck. Gets it over to Flood. Flood, left side of the ice, gets into the corner. And Extreme comes away with it. Flood tries to control it, but skates it out of the zone. And the Extreme set up. Here they come, 3-on-2. Hard shot, sails just over the net. Saunders playing some physical hockey here early. They see he gets tied up with one of the Extreme players right in front of the bench. Sorry, I was looking down at the clock. I didn't see what that whistle was. Maybe a high stick or something. Hernandez lines up for this one with Jenkins back on D, as well as Silcott and Schulteis. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a penalty. I missed the penalty, guys. We got 5-on-4 hockey here. Jenkins, Silcott, Hernandez, and Schulteis as Extreme controls the puck. They blow a tire entering the zone. Oh, and they center one. Great save by Pappas. Follow-up save by Pappas. Silcott adds pressure. They send one deep into the corner, and Schulteis rims it around. That was Hernandez that rimmed that one around to the defense. Good hit by Jenkins. Oh, skate to the puck, guys. Don't watch it, skate to it. Now we got Silcott battling behind the net. Extreme brings it out, high in the zone. And good play there by Hernandez. He chips it up the ice. And he and Schulteis, all four of them go for a change. Fresh legs. Snyder, Shabbat, Soden, and Ezel. Soden in the corner. Looks up. Goes strong side. Extreme jams it up. Now we got the play in the other end of the defensive zone. Ezel adds pressure. Shabbat comes away with it. We got 5-on-5 hockey now. Bledsoe winds up. Takes a clapper, but that gets blocked. Now we got Soden from the point. That shot also gets blocked. Whoa! And a nice, easy shot, but it trickles right to the goalie's pads. And a rebound opportunity there, but the goalie froze the puck. Extreme controls the puck in their own zone. Bledsoe with the puck, left side of the ice. Shifts it up and high into the corner. Shabbat and Snyder both in a good spot as that puck comes their way. That one, I think, got deflected up and out. Hernandez, Quimby, Schulteis, White, and Moore on the ice. Quimby, left wing. Sends it behind the net for Hernandez. Ashburn reverses the puck. Quimby battling hard in the corner. And Ashburn brings the puck into the zone. Hernandez chips it up for Schulteis. Schulteis on the right side of the ice. Makes one move, brings it to the middle, but it's Hernandez that follows up. And then we have a shot. Oh! Nice shot by White from the point. And the goalie gloves that one down, and it trickles into the corner. Line backhand pass from Hernandez right to the middle. Hernandez sends one in, hits the side of the net, right at the post. Ashburn comes away with it. They make a move on White. White goes down. That puck comes out to the point. We got a log jam on the left point right in front of the Raptors bench. And White tries to break it out to Flood. He does. Flood sends it up the ice and goes in for the chase. Cammers is with them. Cammers on the puck. Saunders adds pressure. Aggressive physical play so far from Cammers and Saunders this game. Sega breaks up that play. And now Slater controls it in the corner. He sends it right up to the defense. They turn and center one. Goal! So trying to force that puck up the strong side there. Right to the Extreme defender. Created an opportunity for the Extreme to send it over to the weak side wing right in front of the net. And Pappas didn't stand a chance on that one. Shabbat goes hard into the boards right in front of the extreme bench. Snyder throws a hit behind the net. And now we got extreme coming back this way. 2-on-2. And Slater picks his pocket. Drop pass to Bledsoe. He turns and fires one. That one sails wide of the net. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Great pass by the extreme, but the shot sails wide. And a good hit by Seguin there on that puck. No icing. Great job by Bledsoe. He steps up and holds the zone. Jenkins sends one in right behind the net. Nobody there to gobble it up. Oh, and a bad pass by the extreme right to Hernandez. Mid-slot turned into a scoring opportunity, but that shot sailed wide of the net. Quimby to Hernandez. Ashburn with the puck. They send one down the ice. That's going to be icing. And come all the way back down. Flood, Sanders, and Cammers, along with Soden and Ezel on the ice. 5:43 left in the first. Raptors down by 1. Flood wins that one forward. Goes to shoot it, sails wide. Tries to center it. Pass is broken up. Now Flood still working it behind the net, trying to find someone to kind of chip that puck over to. And now Quimby looks at his options and finds Soden. Oh, backhand eventually by Cammers. Saved, and it sails right into the middle of the slot, but nobody there. And the extreme come back this way. Good shot, saved by Pappas. Current shots on goal count, 4-3 in favor of Ashburn. Soden backhands one up to Snyder. Snyder skates it into the zone. Turns and fires one. Goal! Goalie makes a save on the initial shot, but Shabbat is there to punch it in and make this a 1-1 game. So hopefully that's the momentum that the Raptors need to understand we can do this. We can beat this team. We just got to be on our game and attack every opportunity. Just like this one. Schulteis with a forecheck. Goes in hard. And comes away with the puck. Raptors unable to keep the zone. That was offsides. No call. That's okay. Raptors got it back. Moore, back behind the net, takes a hit, loses the puck. Ashburn controls it in the corner. They look to center one. White is there. And White breaks up that play. Good job by Sidney White. Ashburn coming back this way as the Raptors lose it in the neutral zone. They get around White. They turn and fire one off the post. Tough angle shot, but almost went in. White now with the puck again. He takes it himself up the left side, over the red line, and then he punches it in deep and goes for a change. Snyder looks over. Oh! He was trying to find Schulteis. That puck came off Schulteis' blade and chipped right out into the middle for Quimby, but Quimby blew a tire. Otherwise, Quimby had a good look if he was able to get that puck on his blade. Ashburn controls the puck. Slater steps in, blasting it into the corner. Sega punches it up. Looking for Hernandez. Hernandez battling for it on the boards. Sega steps back in to help him out. And Quimby comes away with it. Quimby to Schulteis. Schulteis controls it, and then a backhand pass up to Sega. Sega cross ice to Bledsoe. They don't connect. And we got a whistle. That's going to be a tripping penalty. That one's going to go against the Extreme. So the Raptors now with their first power play. And Shabbat takes the face off. Sega pinches in on the left side. Moves it into the corner for Bledsoe. Bledsoe controls it and centers one. Deflected up and over the net. Oh, that one was off the side of the net, but a good look by Snyder as he came in, seized an advantage, took the advantage of the opportunity, and took a good hard shot on net. Good physical play by Shabbat as he battles for that puck. Raptors control the puck coming out of the zone. Less than a minute left in their power play. Stretch pass. They don't connect, and that's a turnover. Ashburn controls it. Snyder pinches in and grabs that one right in the middle of the ice on the blue line. Bledsoe battling now in the corner. Looking for some help. Nobody there. And Ashburn takes it away. Here they come. Right side of the ice. Easy shot for Pappas. He decides to go ahead and freeze it. With 16 seconds left on the power play for the Raptors. Jenkins, Silcott. On the defensive end, we got Hernandez, Quimby, and Schulteis. On the offensive side of the puck. Silcott goes off the glass. Actually, it takes a funny bounce off the dividers. And that puck is still in the zone. Jenkins now reverses it. Looks at his options. Decides to go to the other side of the ice. I'd like to see them use the whole ice there. And Jenkins up to Hernandez. And the Extreme is able to poke that puck out of the zone down the ice. Silcott retreats, gathers it, and then, he sends it over to Jenkins, who wasn't really looking for that pass. And the Extreme keep it in the offensive zone. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey now. Both teams desperately trying to gain control in the neutral zone as Jenkins throws a nice hit. Silcott over to Schulteis. Schulteis, good hands. Looks for Hernandez. He got it. Shot it. Blocked. And Hernandez punches it into the zone, and the entire team here goes for a change. That's a scary sight when you see 5 players skating toward the bench all at one time. Ezel punches that one out of the zone, and you got the Extreme D2D pass setting up a good neutral zone attack. They had a 3-on-2 right as the horn sounds at the end of the first. So with 13 minutes of play behind us, we had a 1-1 game. Hopefully you guys are all catching up with the USA at the Olympics this time of year. Nice victory today over Denmark after being down 0-1, or I think maybe 0-2 early in the game, or at least 1-2 maybe. I didn't start watching it until it was, I think, end of the first, but they got it figured out and were able to overcome Denmark. Flood, Cammers, Saunders, Moore, and White. Here come the extreme. Moore and White back on D. White with that long stick extends it and gets a poke check, breaking up that play. Now White is able to chip it up and out of the zone. Flood bats one down, sends it up the ice. The extreme come right back the other way. They're looking to center one. They send it right behind their left wing. And now they're controlling the puck back in their own zone. They get it up, and that's going to be an icing. Shabbat, Snyder, and Bledsoe. Sega with the puck, puts it in the corner. Bledsoe adds pressure, and Slater pinches in. Extreme, they're able to get the puck into the zone cleanly. They're in the corner now, trying to set something up. Oh, they center that puck to one of the extreme players who was parked right in front of the net. And that was not a tough shot for that guy with the puck on his blade right in front of Carter Pappas. And that's going to turn this into a 2-1 game. Slater up to Snyder. Snyder backhands one over to Shabbat. Bledsoe with the puck in the corner now. He goes down. Nobody's on the puck. Snyder eventually gets there. And Extreme loses it. Shabbat picks it up. And Bledsoe trying to make something happen in the corner there, but they're tying him up. He can't get to it. One-timer, hard shot by Sega, sails wide of the net. Another one-timer by Slater. This one gets blocked. And now Sega puts that puck over to the left side of the ice. Slater pinches in. Centers one over to Shabbat. Shabbat couldn't settle that one on the backhand. Sega sends one up the ice. They're going to call icing on that. And Raptors go for a line change. Extreme controlling the puck in the offensive zone. They punch it into the corner, and Soden is there to pick it up. Oh, he loses it. Extreme's got it. Oh, man. Kind of an awkward sequence there. That puck gets deflected into the slot. But Ashburn can't get a good shot off. Soden and Quimby working together, trying to get this puck out of the zone. And it keeps getting jammed right back in. Lots of zone time here for the Extreme. Raptors scrambling a little bit. Schulteis, with a pass sideways over to Quimby. And now Hernandez has it. Hernandez makes one move, makes two moves, but one man can only do so much, skating in against three. Ezel, middle of the ice, sends it right into the defense's hands. The Extreme control this one coming out the left side of the zone. They get one over to the middle. We got a 2-on-1 now. They send it right over to the middle. Hard shot. No goal. I could have swore that one was in, but no goal. That puck hit the left post and it must have gone right across the crease and hit the right post and popped out. From this angle, it almost looked like it rimmed around the back of the net. Jenkins and Silcott on the ice on defense here, while the Flood Cammers Saunders line steps up for the faceoff. That's going to be icing on the Extreme. And come all the way back down. Bledsoe lines up. Saunders to his right. And Jenkins steps in. Keeps this one in the zone. Silcott with the puck on the point. Sends it in. Bledsoe is there. He looks up for Cammers. For Saunders. Shot. Doesn't really get to the net. And now the Extreme coming back the other way. They're controlling the puck with ease. In the Raptors zone. They shoot one. It's deflected. And another one, and Pappas makes a great save. So Silcott, Bledsoe, and Jenkins will stay on as Snyder and Shabbat join the party. Jenkins breaks out left side. Doesn't make it all the way, though. They're still in the zone. Great save by Pappas as they go back door with a pass. And now we have Bledsoe, who takes a nasty hit. He's trying to hit this guy here, and in retaliation. So, look, they're going to call a penalty here on Bledsoe for that retaliation. After Bledsoe got nailed and went down, they did not call a penalty on the hit. But Bledsoe immediately starts trying to fight the guy. And now Bledsoe wants to come over and talk more about it. So with 6:21 left in this second period here, we're going to have to go back and take a look at that one later. But Bledsoe took a nasty hit. I don't think that it was roughing. He had the puck, and he just had his head down, I think. He turned and looked up, and he got creamed. So the Raptors will go on the kill. And the ref is dropping the puck. Here we go. Oh, here we go. We got another penalty. This one's going to go on the extreme. Almost a very similar situation here as Snyder gets tied up with number 28. Throws a clean hit. 28 doesn't like it, so he drops his stick and starts to punch Snyder. So what's going to happen here now is 4-on-4 hockey. And these retaliations on these physical hits just is not going to cut it. They got to play with their next puck mentality. Forget the last one, play the next one. Let the refs do their job, right? So White now behind the net, looking to break this one out the left side. Hernandez is there. He chips that one out of the zone. Get on it, get on it. Schulteis adds pressure. Extreme in the corner. Wrap around, looking to center that puck. White adding continuous pressure. They still have the puck. And Hernandez steps in and is able to kick that one away. So, again, 4-on-4 hockey here. Moore, left side of the ice, skates that one into the zone. Centers one. Nobody there. So now we're back to White. And the Bledsoe penalty is over. He's on the ice. He joins the party. 22 seconds of 5-on-4 hockey here for the Raptors. And Extreme controlling the puck in our zone, on our power play. Buying time until their man can get out of the box. He does. So now we're back to 5-on-5. Slater gets it up to Hernandez. Hernandez controls the puck, centers it over to Schulteis. That one does not settle on the blade. And eventually comes out of the zone. Extreme chips it in. Slater behind the net. And now Sega sends one up to the left. Extreme is there. And eventually Bledsoe chunks that one down the ice. That's going to be an icing to give him an opportunity to hop off the ice along with Hernandez and Schulteis and get a change. Ezel and Soden are going to hop on the ice here, as well as the Flood, Saunders, Cammers line. Good hustle there by Saunders. Gets to the point and chips that one up and out. And he and Ezell work together on the boards. That one comes into the zone. And Cammers sends one over to Ezell. He looks up to Saunders. And now Soden comes away with it. Soden on the left side of the ice. The general sends it in. Nobody's there to chase. Soden holds the point. Saunders' shot falls short of the net against the skate of number 81 from the extreme. And then he goes down. Ezell throws a nice hit on that one. Ezell sends it into the zone. Nobody there to chase. Extreme. Easy breakout, right side. And they got a 2-on-1. They decide to go ahead and shoot it. No pass. That one deflects off the side of the net. Oh! Raptors trying to get it out of the zone, but they got Snyder skating toward the net, so he actually kept it in the zone inadvertently. Now Snyder with the puck. He loses it. And the extreme back into the zone. 2 minutes left in this period. Soden over to Bledsoe. Bledsoe backhands one over to Snyder. He loses it, comes out of the zone. Soden pokes it back in, and Shavit is there to chase. Miscommunication on that pass, and then the extreme get a zone entry. Bledsoe pokes it up the ice. Snyder on the forecheck. Good hit by Snyder. Oh, they're going to call him for that. Snyder's going to the box for that one. They're going to call. Looks like interference. How do you call interference on that? I guess he saw interference from that angle. Alrighty. So, with about a minute left here, the Raptors are going to have to be on the kill for the remainder of this period. Shot by the extreme, sails wide. Quimby goes in for a hit. Misses, but stays in the play. He battles on the boards there. And Jenkins helps out as Silcott battles in front of the net, keeping that guy, number 18, out from in front of Carter Pappas. "24 seconds left in this period. One-timer off the post. Good shot by the extreme as they do a good job of moving that puck laterally across the ice. They find that left winger for a one-timer over in Ovi's office. Good, hard one-timer off the left post. Thankfully, that didn't go in. And that's going to do it for the end of the second period. Silcott and Jenkins both talking a little trash to number 18 here as he skates away back to his bench. So a similar situation we have here. The Raptors down by 1. Third period upon us. Hopefully we can break the pattern of insignificant penalties that keep us in the box. Shots on goal. The current count is only 15-6 in favor of the Ashburn Extreme. Coach Flood, very passionate on the other side of the ice, using his whiteboard, trying to draw some pictures for these guys. Not sure what he saw that he needs them to work on, but he's making sure they all hear him. So Shabbat, Bledsoe, Moore, and White on the ice. Third period underway. Offsides. White loses his stick as he goes in hard after that player, number 55. I remember him from last weekend. And Ashburn controls the puck behind the net. They wrap around and get a shot, which gets deflected up and over the net. And now White, tries to move the puck up to the glass and out of the zone. Eventually gets it through. And Snyder works it into the corner. Ashburn comes away with it. 3-on-2. 55. I remember this kid from last weekend. Good job centering the puck, but they couldn't get a shot off. This time they center again, and Pappas makes a great save. Go to it with your feet. With your feet. Get to the puck. Bledsoe is able to skate this one out of the zone. Sega aggressively goes after that puck. Oh, that's going to be a goal! And Sega, Noah Seguin, with a great heads-up play, catches the defense off guard and drives that puck on the left side of the ice, cuts into the middle, and he backhands it actually up against the goalie. The goalie goes down as that puck trickles in. What a great heads-up play by Noah Seguin. Probably play of the game so far from my perspective. Tie game. Shot by the extreme, deflected up and behind the net. Good save by Pappas. Hernandez slams one up to the point. Schulteis is there. And Hernandez couldn't get that one over the blue line. So eventually, battling forward on the boards, he's able to chip it into the zone. Here comes the extreme. Right side of the ice. Hard shot, saved by Pappas. Soden battling in the corner. He loses it. Extreme. Control it. They send one in nice and easy. Shot, save, and Slater slings it out the zone right through the middle of the ice. Now we're coming back this way. They center it. They're getting some good looks here. We got to mind that gap and close up a little bit on this offense. Quimby chips one into the zone and goes for a change. Ooh, Flood behind the net. Using caution there. And that puck comes out of the zone. Cammers skated it right back in. Now Flood, Saunders, and Cammers on the offense. Soden chips this one up the left side of the ice. And Flood throws a hit there on the boards. A little high, but no call. Neither team really doing a good job of controlling the puck in the neutral zone right now. And back in our own corner, Soden slings it around for Flood. Ashburn is there, and they send it back the other way. Using the boards, Soden gets it up to Saunders. Cross ice to Flood, and then now Extreme has it again. Extreme. Good poke check by Ezel. Somehow they still have it. And Soden steps into the slot, breaks up that pass, and eventually Ezel steps up and puts it on net. He lost his glove. There's a loose glove on the ice in the defensive zone. 2-on-1, one pass. They couldn't land that and get a shot off. Now Silcott's on the ice. He battles in the corner against 84 for the Extreme. Flood, another hit on the boards. No call, good. Hammer sends one right into a dangerous spot of the ice, right into the middle. And now Silcott has it. Silcott has time and space. He takes it up the middle, goes to the left, into the corner. He loses it. And the Extreme send him one down the ice. That's going to be icing, which will give both teams to take a quick breather and get their strategy figured out as they approach the 7.5-minute mark. Silcott, Jenkins on defense, Shabbat, Bledsoe, Snyder on offense. Jenkins pinches in. We got a 2-on-1. Now Silcott. Silcott left to defend all three of those guys. And they find a way to make a pass and then chip one past Pappas. Three to 2 in favor of Ashburn. Good job by the Raptors centering the puck. Shabbat backhands one into the corner to Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets tied up. Shabbat backhands one over to Snyder. Ooh, Snyder chips it over to White. He sails one way left of the net. You can tell the energy here that the Raptors desperately want to get a goal here. They're just not very controlled with their passing. They're slinging passes almost like they're shots. They need to settle down, get their head up, and find each other. That one's deflected into the netting, so offensive zone faceoff. Snyder in the corner. Shabbat intercepts the pass, pushes it back behind the goal line. And here comes Shabbat. I'm sorry, Moore. Moore steps in with that puck. That shot gets deflected. 6 minutes left. White with the puck. Couldn't get a shot off, and now Moore sees some pressure and decides to dump it into the corner. Safe play. Oh, instead of using his point, Snyder sends that one right to the left wing there of the Extreme, but Moore somehow comes away with it and gets a good hard shot. Saved by the Extreme goalie. Hernandez takes this face off. Slater with a nice move. Oh, he goes to shoot it and whiffs. He still has it though. Finally does shoot it, and that shot is blocked. The Extreme come the other way, but Quimby steps up and picks that man's pocket. Hernandez with the puck. Some fancy moves. Gets it into the corner. Quimby uses his point. Sega turns. Sends a nice, easy shot. Looking for a rebound opportunity. And we almost got one. Slater again to the point. To Sega. Sega turns and fires one just left of the top left corner. 5 minutes left. Hernandez shoots one, saved by the goalie. Good effort here by this Hernandez, Quimby, Schulteis line. I'd like to see them use their point. We don't see them use the point a whole lot. But that left point to Sega, getting a good hard shot. I like that. Flood lines up now with Cammers and Saunders. Still with Sega and Slater on the ice. Oh, Cammers gets an opportunity right in front of the net. Goalie makes a save. That one comes out of the zone. Slater, D-to-D over to Seguin. Seguin looks up for Cammers. He was facing the opposite direction. Makes it tough to catch the pass. Slater with a move. Enters the zone. Decides to turn and fire it. Save by the goalie. Sega steps up, punches it into the corner. We're approaching the 4-minute mark here. Sega steps up and punches that one right back into the zone, but we were offsides. Both teams go for a change. Good job by Ezel to break up that pass. Bledsoe backhands one right into the middle. Looking for Snyder. Snyder was able to pick it up. And then the Extreme add pressure. Oh, they shoot another one off the post. So that's a few they've had now off the post. And now Bledsoe pokes it in to go for a chase. 3:22 left. That one is gloved down by Ezel. And now Ezel loses his stick again. He seems to lose his stick. Oh, man. He lost his stick. He went deep into the zone. He got tied up on the boards there. And for some reason, they just started kind of going at it. They're only going to put Ezel in the box. So a roughing on that one is, I think Ezel sensed the frustration from not having a stick and then having to chase that puck down. I didn't see what the other player did to him, but we only have one player in the box, and it's Ezel. So now the Extreme goes on a power play with 3 minutes left. Shabbat, 2-on-1 with Snyder. Oh, he reaches over to make that pass. And a great defensive play by the Extreme. Here they come. 2 on 3. They get around us. And they go for that backdoor play, but the Raptors are ready for it. Silcott picks off that one. Now Silcott chips it up to Snyder. Oh, Snyder puts it into the corner, and Silcott's chasing it behind the net. Current shots on goal is 19-10 in favor of the Extreme. Silcott looks up. Oh, tries to find Soden. And the Extreme defender got just enough of a stick on that puck to slow it down and catch Soden offsides. Jenkins, Silcott, Schulteis, and Hernandez for the remaining 25 seconds of this penalty kill. 1:56 on the clock. Jenkins sends it into the zone. They send it right back. Icing. Jenkins puts one on net. Saved by the goalie. Jenkins goes for a change. So does Silcott. We got White Moore on defense now as Hernandez and Schulteis take this face off. 1:42 left. White keeps it in his zone, but then he goes down. And now Moore has to reset. Moore backhands one up and out of the zone. Hernandez on the chase. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Hernandez in the corner. Good job by Moore to step up. Keep that puck in the zone. But we are approaching the 1 minute mark here. Carter Pappas still in net. I see Coach Flood yelling at him. Uh-oh, White loses his stick all alone as he goes after that puck. I think he had a blade pinched into the nasty area there where the Zamboni comes on the ice. That's a commonly known spot to break your stick if you're not careful. Now, Schulteis enters the zone. Left to right, turns and fires one on net. Saved by the goalie. 32 seconds left. Empty net. Pappas is on the bench. Raptors send one all the way to the goalie. He makes the save, and then smart move. He plays that one out. And then Extreme, looking for that empty net goal, they send one down the ice. That's going to be icing. So if the Raptors have a trick up their sleeve, they better pull it out now. They put Flood on the ice with Bledsoe, Shabbat, Slater, Seguin, and Snyder. 6-on-5. Shabbat is going to try to win this one to the right. He does. And they send Flood right in the middle to bust things up. Will it be enough? We're at the point now. Slater, shot, blocked. And the Raptors lose another heartbreaking game by 1 goal. 19-12, the final shots on goal. And the Raptors fall to 0-2 in this tournament. All right, thanks for joining us. Tomorrow morning, Raptors are going to have Game 3 of this tournament. And that's going to be against the State College Icers. The Icers dropped a game by 2 to the Junior Canes just before this game. So we'll see how we face off there, how well we do against the Icers. In the morning, everybody have a good rest of your Valentine's Day. Sleep tight. We'll see you in the morning.